Hey everyone, Dylan here, and in today's video, I wanted to talk about my top 5 favorite romance comedy anime, or like comedy romance anime. You could flip-flop it, whichever way you wanted to kind of put it, but yeah, my top 5, and these are kind of based on they might lean more towards which one I think is more enjoyable for comedy, or so it's not necessarily the best romance altogether or the best comedy altogether. It's just kind of depending which one I find more enjoyable most of the time and which ones I like a lot more. So yeah, let's get into it. So my number 5 is Clannad and Clannad After Story. Now, if we were ranking this or putting this on a list based on drama or emotional, then this would probably be a lot higher instead of my number 5 here. But it still being number 5 is pretty good, but I have to mention this here because people might get mad because I'm not putting it higher. But this is Clannad and Clannad After Story is a really great show, very emotional. The first season is like romance, comedy, and drama. And then I think in the season 2, there's not really much drama, or much comedy is what I meant to say. There's not the comedy goes way down and the drama goes way up, honestly. So, the cool thing about it is you get to see the characters, the couple actually after high school being together, and you never get to see that ever. I can't think of any show that really has that, so that's a really neat thing. But it's a really great show, but the reason why it's so low here is because it's not something I would watch that often, maybe once every couple of years, because it's depressing and emotional, and that's not something I want to just come back to very often. But it's still really great, and I wanted to put it here, so that's why it's my number 5. Next is my number 4, which my number 4 is Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun. And this show, it's an enjoyable romance comedy. The girl, Chio, she has a crush on this guy, and he's a manga artist, but she can't get the words out, and so he thinks she's his fan. She ends up working for him, helping him with manga, and then, meeting different characters. The character's really funny and great in this show, and the romance is interesting. And so it's a fun show that I like to come back to from time to time, and I enjoy it. So that's why it's my number 4. My number 3 is The World God Only Knows. And debatably, this one is more comedy than romance. There is some romance, but that's not... Basically, in a short way, The World God Only Knows, all 3 seasons for the most part, the character has to... Keima, he has to make these girls fall in love with him because he accidentally signed a contract with hell that he has to do this, or a color will kill him, basically, on his neck if he doesn't do it. And there are these lost souls from hell that go into girls, into their the holes in their hearts or whatever, because they're the void or whatever, and he has to fill that void with himself, with their love for him, so it gets the soul out so they can capture it. And so that's kind of the way it is. And so there's kind of romance, but it's in a different way, and it's fun, and I think the show's really funny, and I really like it. The music, God, I love the music. I love the music in The World God Only Knows. It's great. That's one of the big highlights, but it's a fun show, and that's why it's my number 3, and I really like coming back to it. It has, like I said, 3 seasons, and it's fun. My number 2 is My Love Story. And if anyone knows about My Love Story, they'll know that it's such a great show. It has comedy, but it's we're probably one of the best for romance. It actually has the characters getting together, and you getting to see their relationship evolve, and which is something you don't normally get to see. And it's really cute, it's really innocent, and it's really sweet and pure. And I think anybody could really watch it. I think it's really good. And the music is really good, and I don't know, it's just a great show. It's just a really good feel-good anime to watch. Unless you're too macho or whatever to watch it, then it might not be your cup of tea. But I think it's a really good and sweet, innocent anime. My Love Story. Definitely go check that out. Like, I like going back to it here and there. I own all of these, by the way, that I'm talking about right now. And then my number one, which I also own, is Baka and Test. And Baka and Test, I think it leans more towards comedy, but it does have some romance, and I don't know, some of the humor in it can be a little childish, but I don't know, like the scenes with like Yuji and Akihisa, and it's just so hilarious. The show is just hilarious, and I love it. I have both seasons 1 and 2. I just got done recently rewatching it, and it's just great. It's a show I can go back to like a lot over and over, and there's a lot of funny jokes and stuff that I can laugh at, and I don't know. And it's just, it's the high school setting, but different with like avatars and stuff. I don't know. It's really cool. You should really check out Baka and Test. I highly recommend it. Baka and Test, and like, just like check it out. It's great. It's funny. I love it. But yeah, that's kind of been my quick top 5 favorite romance comedy anime, or comedy romance anime, whichever way you want to say it. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite romance comedy anime are, and yeah, I'd be curious to see what your guys's are on your list and what's your favorites. So yeah, but thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for listening. I will see you in the next video.